snapping 1-2 and spinning the magic from Yerevan to the world. We're actually in Yerevan with Rosa Linn. And are you ready for another Wiwibloggs interview?
Let's do this.
Deban at Wiwibloggs.com. Oh my God. Do you know what? Being in Yerevan, one thing I've noticed is, well, actually I was told recently by Armenians that every surname ends in Yan. And then I said, but Rosa Linn, she doesn't end in Yan. Do you know what the response was? She's a star.
Oh my God. Who said that? Wow,
Several people.
Love that.
Several people.
My people, they know how to respond to that question. Wow.
I love that.
You know my last name?
Constantian.
Yes.
See, I done my research.
That's cool.
Oh my God. And you were in London recently. By the way, what a whirlwind. I didn't even think I would see you here in Yerevan because you've been literally all over the world, right? Snap has taken you from
everywhere.
Yerevan to the universe.
Actually from Vanador.
Oh.
I'm not from Yerevan, I'm from a small town, Vanador.
Right.
That's even cooler.
That's even cooler. I feel like I should visit it. I feel like I should visit your house as well.
Definitely go there.
Your manager, Miriam, was like, oh, you need to go to Rosa Linn's house. I'm like, oh, is that how it happens? We just roll it.
We can go to the Snap house for sure.
Yeah, that'll be really good fun. When you were performing in London, I was setting out to go to your concert, and then our queen died.
I was like, should we cancel? I was gonna cancel, but I was not the organizer. We're at their performance too, and I was calling everyone literally on my team. I was like, how do I do? Like, what do I do? How do I react? Like, how do I?
What's the protocol?
Yeah, like what do you do in this situation? Like, why now, basically? And everyone was like, I mean, there's no problem. If they say there's no problem. I was like, I kind of don't. I think there is a problem. But, they didn't cancel. I was like, well, who am I to say no now? But it was it was a very odd experience.
Oh, God. But I'm so glad that you're doing this kind of whirlwind tour. And talking about not knowing what reaction and how you were going to feel, I kind of feel like Snap has taken you on an emotional roller coaster, right?
Yeah.
There was a lot of high hopes with the whole Novak behind you.
Yeah.
And then, of course, it ended up being the song for Armenia.
Yeah.
And then going into Eurovision, qualifying, which is great, but then not the results that anybody expected. What was that moment for you, actually, when the points were coming in and there was a lot of hope and a lot of hype?
I was very... It felt like all the hopes were gone. Everything just felt like everything was fake and not real. I was like, was I lied to by people? Was the feedback fake? What happened? Like, what did just happen? And as the votes were going, nothing for us. I was like, this doesn't feel right. And I was kind of very hopeless at that moment. And after that, I was keeping myself because I got very angry. I'm not gonna lie, I was very angry, and I snapped. I really snapped. I snapped when no one could see me, and I'm not the type of person or artist that can do something when everyone I don't freak out publicly. I try to really keep myself together and kind of just I don't like it. I don't like scandals or whatever. But when I was in my room, I only let 2 people in me. It was my manager and my day-to-day. And
whoever had that gold pass.
Yeah, Tamar, I was really crying like a baby, and Tamar would help me for an hour or something. It really broke me.
And that's Tamar Kaprelian, of course.
Tamar Kaprelian.
Genealogy royalty.
My Tamama.
Oh, is that what you call her?
Yeah,
That's so sweet.
My mama on the road.
At what point because Snap then became viral, right? Even Reese Witherspoon was doing a whole snapping moment. At what point did you realize, oh, this is blowing up? The story's changing again?
Actually, surprisingly and weirdly, June 22nd, around then, It was a month has gone after Eurovision, and not, like, you know, my life came back together, came back to normal, and surprisingly for me, I was like, I'm never gonna write blah blah blah, but I started writing the next day after Eurovision. That's just who I am. I just needed to write, and I just did whatever I did. And then around June 22nd, like, I remember I was on my Twitter page, and a lot of people just like tagged me on their tweets and be like, happy Snap Day, happy Rosa Linn Day. And I was like, oh, that's so sweet. People actually remembered that. And then probably some Eurofans started streaming it on that day, and then the streams went poof, like, up. And it just went viral on TikTok in Spain and then, like, everywhere. But that was very symbolic that it actually happened on June 22nd. And I'm not like not a very religious person or something, but I don't know how it happened.
But you have a way of telling a story, because, you know, Would Do It Again feels like a continuation.
Yeah.
Of Snap.
Actually, it is a continuation. It all depends on the perspective, because it is, from my personal story too, it is the continuation of Snap, because I wrote Snap about this person, and then I snapped, I was hurt, blah, blah, blah. And then I wrote, but I would do it again. Because it's worth it. Because it was magical. And the same thing after Eurovision. Like, I honestly only remember the good. It was the most wonderful, magical moment of my life. There was, like, I don't know how many, 1 month, 2 months, all that Eurovision kind of craziness. I loved every second.
See, so for me, I wasn't at Eurovision. So for me, I hoped to have gone to Eurovision. I didn't get to Eurovision, but your journey has been a personal one as well, because post-Eurovision, there's still stuff from Eurovision which is keeping me hooked. Late Late Show with James Corden. How did that even happen?
Oh my God. I was very happy and excited, because that was like the moment where I was like, okay, this whole thing is real.
Yeah.
Because I would watch him back home, and I'd be like, oh my God, like, Mom, look, like, he's so funny, blah, blah, blah. Look at this interview, look at that interview, or like carpool karaoke with Paul McCartney. That's my favorite thing ever.
Oh, is that your favorite of his carpool?
Yes. Yeah. I think it's magical, absolutely magical.
I think the Jennifer Hudson one's my favorite. Oh, I love the Gwen Stefani too. I mean, there's so many.
I have to watch more. But yeah, no, Paul McCartney is the winner for me.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, that was cool. That was unexpected. I don't know. I did not even, things happen to me now that I don't even think about, but that are kind of dreams come true. But I wouldn't even be like, oh, I want to go to the Late Late Show now. But it happened, and it was like, oh my God, this is actually something that I really, really wanted to do one day. Wow.
And I think for you as an artist, because you're also the voice of your people, right? So Armenian language, customs, culture is so important. And I think having that platform where you can get to show that must have been really important to you, right?
That was very special. We did it on Late Late Show. We found carpets from 1800s, and we put them on floor, and then we found the musicians with the traditional instruments, and we did the whole new arrangement of the song. And I felt that it was a very right place to do it, because it's Late Late Show. Where else? When else will we get an opportunity like that to kind of also share that part of me? And I have to say it was the idea of my team. So I'm not going to take credits for that idea, but I mean, they did a great job.
You clearly inspire your team, and you're very creative. I've been with lots of musicians, obviously, doing this, interviewing and stuff. And one of the hardest things they say is to write a song for something. Mm-hmm. It's easier to have a song and then submit it for something. But of course, you had to write a song for Malena, and the theme was Spin the Magic. How easy or how difficult was it composing a song with an established theme?
That was very hard, I have to say. And if you look at if you look at the concept, I was told, well, you need to write a song about come together like Let's Be Happy, because it's like Junior Eurovision, common song, like
No
everyone's
heartbreak,
gonna sing it,
no jilted
heartbreak.
lovers.
And I was like, okay, this seems easy. And I was very, very busy at that time. Like I had 2 songwriting sessions like almost every day. So I wrote the lyrics for Spin the Magic at night. And I was like, okay, let's pretend I'm 8. And let's pretend I'm not depressed. And I was like, that did not work. And I was very struggling with the lyrics. I was like, how do I write a happy song? That's not my strongest point.
But, you know, I'm so glad to have met you in person, and your energy is so infectious. When you were having that press conference, there were so many questions racing through my head, and it's quite great. You have a talent of being able to answer not just the question that is being asked, but the expanded version. So as a result, this interview is shorter than I would like, but you are amazing.
Thanks
you are
so
gorgeous.
much.
Can we have a duet? It's your song.
Yeah, let's do it. Oh, I did. I say that again. Let's do
I
it.
love it. Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Okay.
Snapping 1, 2. Where are you? You do the hard part.
You're still in my heart. Follow Rosa Linn on Pinterest, where she has a fabulous mood board.
Do I?
Do you not?
How can you even see that? No!
And we will see you later.
Oh my God.